Good debt and bad debt. Be honest, a good debt is like an investment. It helps you build assets, grow your income, or save long-term costs. But also debt has a bad reputation, but not all debt is harmful. In fact, the difference between building wealth and being trapped in financial stress often comes down to the kind of debt you take on and how you manage it.
I understand that debt can be powerful and it can be used in a good way, and it could generate you money.
So for those listening, debt is a four-letter word for most people. There are many people in my position, so-called financial gurus, who say live totally debt-free.
In other words, it creates value that goes beyond just repaying the loan. The key is to borrow with purpose, repay with discipline, and always keep long-term goals in sight. Debt is like fire. Debt can either cook your food or burn your house. It depends entirely on how carefully you handle it. Debt works the same way. You were taught that all debt is bad, but at the same time, the world runs on debt. So which one is the truth? Understanding the difference between good and bad debt can transform your financial future. Before taking on any debt, ask yourself these two questions. 1. Will this purchase increase my income, skills, or assets in the future? 2. Is the interest rate manageable compared to potential benefits? Why this generation fears debt? This generation didn't grow up trusting money systems. People drowning in loans, credit cards ruining lives, families stressed because of payments. So your brain learned one rule: debt equals danger. That fear is natural, but fear without understanding is dangerous too. Debt in itself isn't the enemy. It is how you use your money determines whether it becomes a stepping stone or a stumbling block. Debt is a tool. The key is to borrow with purpose, repay with discipline, and always keep long-term goals in sight. Debt used wisely, it can help you grow. Used poorly, it can weigh you down. Understanding the difference between good and bad debt will help you make smarter financial decisions, protect your income, and secure your future. A bad debt is one that drains your finances without creating lasting value. Unlike good equated monthly installment, which help you build assets or income, bad equated monthly installments are usually linked to depreciating assets, instant gratification, or necessary consumption. Here are the red flags that make a debt labeled as bad. A. Payday loans / high-interest personal loans. These loans have extremely high interest rates and fees, which can trap borrowers in a cycle of debt and make repayment challenging. B. Credit card debt. Often carries high interest rates and is frequently used for non-essential or day-to-day expenses, offering no long-term value. C. Encourages lifestyle inflation. Example: vacations or impulse shopping funded through loans. You end up paying interest on something with no future value. D. Strains monthly cash flow. Example: if equated monthly installment eat into your emergency fund or savings, they become burdensome. Psychology behind bad debt. Bad debt is emotional. It comes from stress, comparison, boredom, or pressure to look successful. Important considerations. Context matters. Even good debt can turn bad if you over-leverage yourself, borrowing more than you can comfortably afford, or if you miss payments. Manageability. Always ensure the repayments are affordable within your budget, even if circumstances change. Example: job loss or rising interest rates. Consulting with a financial advisor can help you determine the best borrowing strategy for your unique situation. What is good debt? The debt that works for you. Now here's where many people get confused. Good debt helps build income, skills, or assets that grow over time. Examples: education or skill-building loans, business loans with a plan, tools that increase your earning power. These types of debt can be seen as investments. They usually have lower interest rates and the returns they bring in the long run outweigh the cost of borrowing. Good debt has intent and direction. The key difference lies in whether the borrowed money is an investment that provides a future financial return or a liability that drains your finances. Feature: good debt and bad debt. Purpose: investment in an asset or future earning potential. financing depreciating assets or consumption. Value has the potential to appreciate over time or generate income. Value is consumed quickly or depreciates rapidly. Interest rate typically has low, manageable interest rates, often has high or exorbitant interest rates. Financial impact builds net worth and can improve your credit score, drains finances, can cause financial stress, and may harm your credit score. Examples of good debt: education or skill-building loans, business loans with a plan, real estate that produces income, tools that increase your earning power. Good debt has intent and direction, personal dream, or could lead to long-term future wealth. Student loans and mortgages are often considered good debt because they help people attend college and purchase homes. Psychology behind good debt: good debt is calm, planned, and boring. It says, "I'll sacrifice comfort today to build strength tomorrow." Good debt creates opportunities, expands income, builds long-term value, has a clear exit plan. The key difference: bad debt consumes. Good debt produces. Good debt is generally considered any debt that may help you increase your net worth or generate future income. Importantly, it typically has a low interest or annual percentage rate. The experts say is normally under 6%. How to control debt or not run from it. Here's the solution path: simple and realistic. Step 1. Face your debt without shame. Debt is not a moral failure. It's a financial situation. Step 2. Separate emotional debt from strategic debt. List all debts, label them. This helped me grow, this was emotional. Awareness brings control. Step 3. Stop adding new bad debt. This is where freedom begins. Step 4. Kill bad debt aggressively, highest interest first. Small wins build confidence. Step 5. Use future debt only with purpose. Debt should feel boring, not exciting. When debt excites you, it's usually dangerous. Here's the truth no one teaches. Financial freedom is not about avoiding debt, it's about using debt carefully or not at all. Fear makes you freeze, understanding makes you powerful. You don't need to borrow to look rich, you borrow only if it helps you become stable. If this video helped you think clearly about money, this is exactly what we do on Money Mind. Share this with someone who's scared of debt, it might change how they see money forever.